Alright, so the most central part of starting up your blog will be getting a domain name and getting web hosting. And I personally use 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐺, and the reason why I use 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐺 is that, as you can see, the free domain registration. You get a free domain when you order hosting. You also get unlimited amount of domains per hosting plan. You get unlimited disk space. You also get unlimited bandwidth, and you get unlimited SQL databases. And you even get freedom with the database with FTP tools, which is a more advanced way of handling a server. Now, it will be useful once you start outsourcing, but for now you don't have to think about that. And that's why 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐺 is, in my book, the best website host. Most others either limit the amount of domains you can have, or they don't give you the domain for free, the first one. This is the only host I've found that offer both. And as you can see, it's a bit more pricey. It costs about 12 bucks a month, but the key thing here is that you only need to pay $2 a month. You can do this by using the link on the screen, and that will redirect you to a special offer they have going that will make you only pay $2 a month. Now, if we click here, sign up now. Okay, so this is the part where you get to choose your domain. Now you get this for free, so you might as well make it a .com or .net or .org. I recommend .com. Now we're gonna make a simple website. Let's call it Fitness Heaven Tips. Let's just see if that's available. And since I was redirected, it means it is available, so this will be our website. Now naturally you can choose a much better name than this. And here you just fill out the contact information so they can properly contact you and bill you, because you're setting up a website host, so you need to be sure that they have all the right information. Payment option, you should already know this. And then here it comes to the $2 a month. Now this is because I use the promotional link that only makes it $2 a month. If you pre-order it for 2 years, it's $2 a month. If you do it for 1 year, it's $3 a month. Now both are much cheaper than any other option on the market. All other ones tend to either leave you at about $5 a month. I personally recommend you to take 2 years. However, you can take 1 year if you feel like that's a better option. I'd say that you don't even pay that much more for 2 years, so it is really up to you. I'm gonna check off 1 year here. As you can see here, domain privacy. This is your own. This is your whatever you feel like doing. I personally like not having my name be so easy to look up if I'm running a proxy blog. But if it's a personal blog, then there's no reason not to. And here you can just uncheck everything if you don't feel like you need any of these add-ons. Like let's just say, let's just scrap all these and just say 2. And as you can see here, this is for 2 years of hosting. And then there's a bit of tax. And then here we go. And if we just scroll it down a bit. And as you can see here, it's about $45 for, and yeah. Alright, so now I made the account, and as you can see, there's still the coupon code active, which I find pretty funny. You click login, and then you just enter your name, your account name. Your account name will most likely be your website name, and then the extension. So if you made the blog fitnesstipsheaven.com, then your name is going to be fitnesstipsheaven.com, no dot. And the password you should also have chosen yourself. Now we just click login. And as you can see here, we have the cPanel. Now what you have to do is, if you want WordPress, is that you click My Installs. Explore the Mojo Marketplace. And then you click up here, Install WordPress. This up here, it's a button. Then you click Install. And then you choose your domain. Now we will choose, now since we own this domain, we'll choose fitnesstipsheaven.com. And then the directory, you don't have to set this if it's your first website. Then you just click check domain. Just click install now. Remember to check this off. Find the theme. Okay, so you'll be put on a page like this. Now up here, it is going to say that it will be installing. Now as you can see, mine just completed. So now I'll click view credentials. And this is absolutely important because this will be your WordPress login information. You will need this, so write it down somewhere. As you can see here, we now have a URL to the website. We have a URL to the admin page. We have a username. And we have a password. All we gotta do is see if it works. As you can see here, it's almost done. Click admin login. And then we use the login information we were given. And once you have the login information, you click remember me. I'm gonna log in. And now WordPress is installed onto your site. And in the next lesson we'll go over how to set it up properly, how to make sure that you can adjust it the way you want to, how to make a blog post, how to make pages, and so on. See you next lesson. Alright, so let's say you don't want people to comment on your blog, you don't really want to have people to have a conversation about what you write on the blog itself, and it's very easy to remove this. All you have to do is you go down here, you click settings, you choose discussion, and here all we have to do is just uncheck this, and that's it. You just go down here and click save changes, and it's disabled. Now if you just want people to have other requirements for commenting but you still want them to comment, this has to be enabled, and then you get to choose all these other things like automatically close comments on articles older than 40 days to make sure that people don't comment on way too old blog posts. Just ways of breaking it up. There are moderation. There's a lot of options here, and you can just scroll through these and decide for yourself. For example, this, which one do you like the most to be shown as the default avatar for people who don't have one? And we like this one, so we're just going to pick this one. And click save changes. And that's it. Alright, now you should be greeted with this page. And it's very simple. You just have to click personal, since it's if it's a personal blog. And then you set up the site title. And now we're going to call it Fitness Heaven. And the site description should be a blog about the healthy lifestyle and how to easily stay healthy. And let's just make it a short one. Let's just make it a short one. A blog about the healthy lifestyle. And yeah, let's launch it. Why not? No? And here we get to choose if it should be a static welcome page or a most recent news or updates. Now, this is completely up to you what you want to do. We're going to set up this as a most recent news or updates. And we want a contact us page. And there's no need to connect it. Just say not now. And now the site should be launched. And it's really that easy to set it up. And I will now show you how you can personalize your site. Alright, now it's time to customize our site and really make it ours. We just click this button, customize your site. And we will now have this default layout for your WordPress blog. Now, chances are you don't want this layout, or you want to change it around. Now, if you want a different theme, all you have to do is find this, Active Theme 2016, click Change, and then we have options here. Now, chances are you might want a completely different theme. And if you want a different theme than any of these two, all you have to do is just to click the X here, click the Fitness Heaven and then Dashboard. This should be your site name. Then you go down here, and we click Appearance, Themes, you click that, and then all we have to do is just to click Add New Theme. And we get this huge selection of themes. And you can pick any one of these you want. And there is a lot of free themes as well. Most themes in WordPress actually are free. And you can just find any which you want and that actually really speaks to you and perhaps really shows the theme of your blog. Now we are going to pick Wilson. This is a personal preference. Click preview here first to see what it's really like. And it looks really good. It looks very professional, very clean, very smooth. And we like this theme, so we're going to click Install. Then we click Activate. And all I have to do here is that now it's active. So we click Customize. And this is now the theme of our blog. And we get to choose and customize this however we want. And we can do many things with this. If you look at site identity, you can change the site title and the tagline. You can even add a site icon. With the color scheme, here we can choose this most iconic color. Let's say we want to make it a little bit, let's want to make it green here. Now we have this very crisp green color. Logo, same thing here. You can upload a logo. The menu locations. Now we get to choose which kind of menu we want and where it should be. The primary menu is here. So what we have to do is click Add a Menu. New menu name. Let's just call it Main Menu. Create Menu. And then we can choose this here. Now, what this menu will allow you to do is control which pages show up here. Now that we set it as the sidebar, we have to click here and then Add Items. And we get to choose exactly what we want to show on here. Let's say we want to show the page Home, Contact Us, and Sample Page. Let's say you don't want the sample page, so you just remove it by clicking here, and it no longer shows up here. The widgets. This allows us to change the footer and the sidebar. We can also put anything we want here. As you can see, it shows the search form, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and meta. Now, usually I remove meta because there's not much use for it. So we click on there, we click remove. As you can see, meta is now gone. You can also add widgets. Let's say we regret the option and we want that back. So we go down here and you can see meta is right here. So let's just add that back. And there it is. And perhaps we want the recent comments to show up instead of recent post at the top. Just click recent comments and hold it down, drag it on top, and then you let the button go. As you can see, recent comments is now over recent posts. In footer, you can also add a widget. And let's say we want to add the search at the bottom of the page as well. As you can see here, now at the bottom of your Hello World blog post, it shows the search form. And this will allow you to choose what will show up on the front page of your site. You can make this both your latest post, which will show your latest blog post, or a static page that will always stay the same. Now, since this is a personal blog, we're just going to let it stay like that for now. And after you've done all this and you feel happy about how it is so far, we click Save and Publish. And now the site will look like this to anyone who visits it. Now if we go to visit our site, this is how it will look. Naturally, this bar up here will not show up to anyone else, only to you, because you're currently logged in. And yeah, that's it. Now in the next course, I'll show you how to make your first blog post, and we will start blogging then. Alright, so let's write our first blog post. Now all you have to do here is to go over to the sidebar, click Posts, and we get to see an overview of all existing blog posts. Now this is the default blog post. So we're going to make a new one, and we're going to click up here and add new. And we now write a new blog post. Now let's just call it 7 tips to losing weight quickly. And here you can write whatever you want to. Now, for now, we're just going to keep it simple, and let's just make a filler text. We're just going to write, this is a test post. This is my blog. And let's just say we finish this entire blog post. We click publish. And that's all you have to do. Then your post is published. Now it will show up on your site to anyone. And if you set it up so it shows all recent posts, it will actually show up on the front page of your site automatically. Now let's say you blog for a while, or you just already want to start organizing. You can see there are more options out here in the sidebar to the right. Now categories will allow you to classify which kind of post it is. So let's just say we have a category, and we're gonna make a new one called weight loss. And now this is categorized as a weight loss. And go further down, we have tags as well. And you can use these tags however you want. This is also a way to organize your site. The thing about tags is that you can also put even more on it. So let's just call it tips, comma, weight loss, comma, and then just call it a top list, comma. Now these will add all these free tags to your posts, which will allow other people to more easily find similar posts. When you click update, and it's really that simple. Now in the next lesson, I will show you how to make a page. Alright, now we're going to make a page. And the thing about pages is that they work slightly differently than posts. Now you're going to hit to the sidebar to the left, click pages. Then you can just make a new one. Yeah, add new. I'm going to call it the test page. This is my test page. I have a page now, and I made a blog post earlier. And here is usually the same things. You can, and then you just click publish. Alright, so all we have to do now is just click the paste here, page, and as you'll notice, it shows up on the site perfectly. Now, the thing is about pages is that they're not automatically added to the front page. If you see we go to the front page, it's not showing up here. And what we want is it to show up down here. Now, all we have to do to add it or remove it from that sidebar is that you click on Customize, and then we're gonna click on Menus, the main menu we created. And as you can see, the test page is here already. However, chances are it's not going to be there automatically. So if we want to add a page, you click Add Item, then Pages. And when you find the page you want to add to the sidebar, the main menu, click Test Page, and then it's added. As you can see, there's now 2 of them. And if you want to remove it again, you just click the big red X here. Save and publish. We're good to go. Next post, I'll show you how to make a blog post. No. Next lesson, I'll show you how to enable or disable comments. And yeah. To install a plugin, it's very simple. You just go down here and click plugins. And then you click here to add new. We want more plugins. And as you can see here, there are plenty of options for all the new plugins you want. You can browse through these to see if there's any specific ones you like. Now let's say we want this Google Analytics dashboard for WordPress. We click install now. And it really is that simple. You just activate afterwards. That's it. And as you can see here, it's now perfectly installed. And that's all you have to do to install plugin. There's no option for settings, to deactivate it again, and to edit. And it really is that simple to install new plugins with WordPress. Alright, so now I'm going to give you a more elaborate walkthrough of the blog post creator in WordPress, so you are really ready to properly make really high quality content. And it's going to be about the formatting and the way you can use the other features of WordPress. So here we have to enter the title, and we're going to call it our more advanced test post. Now you can title this will be at the top of the blog post. So if you're writing about weight loss, you're going to include something with weight loss in this. It's very important that you make this relevant, because it's going to be the headline and the URL of your blog post, and it's going to be also what's going to show up in search engines. So make sure this is relevant. People are actually going to see this. And if we want to make a sort of smaller headline inside of this, we want to make it bold. So we're going to make a small little line here saying something along the lines of, this is a minor headline. And all you really have to do then is that you mark it here. You click, hold, and drag it around. Click, hold, and then you let go down here. And you can decide to change the formatting however you want. We can make it bold here. Don't make the text thick. We can also go a bit down here and want to make it italic. Let's say I want to make it a quote. So we're going to write this. This is a quote, and it is very wise. And we want that to be italic. So we're going to move the mouse up here, click italic, and it's now going to be in italics. And let's say there's some text we want to be stricken through. This text has a strike through. Same thing, hold down mouse, mark it, click up there, strike through. Boom, that easy. If you want to make a list, very easy. You just write down, you just do here, so I have a new line, click enter. And then you can make a bulleted list, so make a little dot here. So we can say bullet point 1. And you can just write B, C, D, E, F, G. And once you're done, you simply click backspace, so it's deleted again, and then the new one is going to be gone. If you want a numbered list, we're going to click down here, click insert to make a new line. Up there again, so it's here, selected, empty line. We're going to click the numbered list. First, enter, second, third. As you can see, it's this easy to make a list with this software. And let's say we want a new point, so we just separate these two. So we go up here and click horizontal line, and then it's separated beautifully. You can also change the way that the text is formatted. Let's say we don't want this to be aligned to the left, but to the middle. So you select it all, the same way you selected the text earlier. Click up here, and click Align Center. And now it looks like this. The same with align right, and it's going to look like this. Now, let's say you want to make a link. Click here to get to Google. You write what you want to be the link text, and then you select it again. Click up here, and then you get to paste the URL or type what to go to. And we're gonna make it go to google.com. And it's that easy. Now when someone can click that inside of the website, it's going to go to Google. Now you can use this for anything you want, including affiliate links and so on. And this is the basic formatting you can do. Now, if you also... Now it's time to show what these are up here. Now, this here is the status of it. Once you publish, it's going to be a published article, not a draft. Here's visibility. You can change who can see it. You can make it password protected. You can make it private. And you can also stick the post to the front page. We're going to make it public. You can use this in any way you want. But for blogging, if you want people to actually see the post, it's going to have to be public. Now, this is the very interesting feature of WordPress. You can schedule blog posts. This means that you can decide to write 7 blogs in a day about something you're passionate about, and then you can publish it sequentially. Now in our case, with per blog post, you set which date and time you want it to go public. Normally it's going to be published immediately, but let's say we want this to be published tomorrow. Then you click here. This is the 24th. We just type 25th. And we want it to be published 7 in the morning so that people can read the blog post while they're drinking their coffee. Click OK. As you can see here, it's now scheduled for a later date. Now one final last thing to cover is the ability to add pictures to your blog post. All you have to do is just to make a new line, click Add Media. The easiest way to add a picture to your blog is to just drag and drop. I have a folder here open, and I want this picture, so I just drop it here to upload it. And it's uploaded smoothly when I have a pretty picture of this blue jay. And we'll click Insert into Post. And there we go. Now there's a picture of a blue jay on our blog. Now, just as before, there are more options in how you treat the picture. So let's click Add Media again, select the same, and here we can choose how it should show up. The title of the picture, let's make it into blue jay, just the good old word, so that people hover the picture. Let's see this. Caption, picture of a blue jay. You don't need to do these things, you can do it however you want to. Alignment is however you want to. Let's make it right. And you can even make it link to a certain thing when it's clicked on. Let's make it so that when we click it, you get to URL. You can write anything you want here. We're gonna write bbc.com. And you can also adjust the size. You can make it smaller, a thumbnail, or full size. We're gonna make it a thumbnail here to the show. And here you can also make it a different media file or attachment page, but let's just keep it as a URL for now, just for the sake of showing. Click Insert into Post. And as you can see here, we now have the description of the picture down below it. And on the blog itself, it's going to direct to BBC once it's clicked. Now, this is how the advanced blogging tool works. I'm going to go click Schedule. And that is all you really need to know. Now if we click Preview, just to see if it works properly. As you can see here, this is our preview, and as you can see here, it shows perfectly our blog, and it's a very long one. And the formatting, it just works exactly as we intended. The title is up here, The picture is there, there's a headline, there's a minor headline, there's thick text, this has a strike through, this has italics, our bullet points work fine, our list works fine, and ooh, this line break also is right there where we wanted it to be. This link here works perfectly. If we click it, we're gonna get to Google. And we go back. We will click this, the picture of the blue jay that we made a link, and we get to BBC. Wonderful. And it's really that simple, and that's exactly how you make a very beautiful blog post with their blog creation tool. Now, this is the final most important part of making your website public. If you go to your site, it will most likely look like this. And the reason for this is that WordPress is designed in such a way that it will sort of hide the website until the administrator, that means you, say that it's ready. Now, the way we make it ready is really easy and really simple. On this page, which should show up when you enter your website domain, you simply click admin login. Then we'll log in with the admin login information we have. Then, once the information has been entered, you click login. Now, on this page, there should be this little bar here that says your site is currently displaying a coming soon page. Once you are ready to launch your site, click here. Then you simply click here and your site should now be live. And we click here to view it. And as you can see, our little test blog here is now public with the blog post we made and everything else. And it is really that simple.